I'm at my favorite spot. Well, not too happy with what I found either. Getting me some sunshine today. And I come over to the river. You know, this is one of my favorite spots. Look at this. There's where those two branches meet. There were that huge ass bridges. There's the marina. It's the branch that comes in from Jersey. That's the branch that comes down from New York. So we'll see if anybody gets in this room and we'll chat. I think it's important. And by the way, I come over here and I'm pissed because when I come over here, look at what I found. So I'm gonna have to go home and get a bag and clean up after these fucking idiots who think it's okay to just come over here to my spot and litter. That's narcissistic in itself. Can't pick up after themselves, leave trash for people to pick up. Yeah, it sounds a lot like what narcissists do. Steal your freaking good energy and leave behind shit. Hello. Exactly what I'm talking about. And then you're left to clean up the fucking mess. Well, until you put your foot down. So, I'm going to post it on Facebook. I will be coming over here periodically to check on to see who's over here. And if I find people over here littering, or I find people over here partying, I will come and check, and I will make sure I get pictures of them, and I will plaster it all over Facebook. I've already came over here and cleaned up after people how many times? It's not right. At least if you're going to come over here and hang out and drink water, whatever you're doing, at least pick up your fucking trash. Don't leave it for somebody else to do. I've done this 3 times now. City of Sunbury, this is what people are doing. Yeah, I don't want to make it bad so that nobody can come over here, but when we have little assholes who think that it's okay to do this, this needs patrol. Look, this needs patrol. Or there needs to be a sign, or there needs to be a hand put here from the city. People come over here and hang out, like myself, but I don't litter. This pisses me off, man. Somebody said, well, why don't you get a garbage can and bring it over? Because I know how people are. Hello. I know how people, it shows that there's nobody on here. Go figure. I know how people are. People will come over here, take the garbage can and just toss it in the river, or just be an asshole, because we're dealing with a bunch of demons that don't care about Mother Nature. They don't care that all this was made for people to enjoy. So I'm gonna have to go home and get a garbage bag, and come over here and pick up and clean up after these fucking people. It's disgusting. I came over here in a good mood. Is that where you live? Where are you from? This is one of my sacred spots, and I wanted to come out and get a little bit of sunshine today before the clouds roll in and it decides, oh, by the way, today was self-care, self-love Friday for me. I put highlights in my hair. Can you tell? Yes, I did. Oh, you're in Iowa? I actually tossed some highlights in my hair today. It turned out pretty nice. So, feel a lot better. I feel more like myself. I live across the street from my city river. This river is huge. Like, both branches dump in. Look, I'll show you. That's why we have this wall back, because if this sucker gets upstream, we have, see, right there where I'm pointing, where there's like a little island. That island actually separate, like there's a bunch of little islands down through there, but that's the western branch. And then where I'm pointing straight ahead, that's another branch. That's the northern branch coming down from New York. So we have one coming over from Jersey. We have another one coming down from New York. And it dumps, all this energy dumps right into where my hometown is. Straight across where I'm pointing, right over there, is the town of Northumberland. That is called the island. That actually, there's people that live over there on that island. Right there, that's the park part though. I do go over there sometimes and I'll sit because it's the marina. And there's a lot of boats who dock their boats all along there. There's boat docks and stuff. Unfortunately, I don't own a boat. Wish I did, because I'd be out on it all the time. See, as you can see, there's boats. I'd be out on that sucker all the time. Actually, someone's out there tubing right now. There's a lot of boats and jet skis and stuff. But yeah, look, someone's tubing. Some people try and water ski and all that other good stuff too. So yeah, I just came out here to get some sun. Well, people fish. There's a lot of, they don't, obviously there's no trout in this river. That's more for the streams and ponds and stuff they'll stock. But we have a lot of carp in here and catfish, walleye. We have a bunch. You can't eat the fish in this river. You just can't. Look at my zit right here. Can't eat the fish in this river. You know why? Because it's polluted. Because upstream, that way, there is a company called Merck. Ever hear of Merck? It's a pharmaceutical plant. They dump all the shit in the river. However, since I've moved back here and I come down here, I haven't saw any dead fish along the banks of this river in the last 2 years. So that's a good thing. I've been putting a lot of healing energy in this river. The Native Americans that were here, obviously they were all along this area. They lived along this river. They lived all along this river and on my land. On that island. Actually, that mountain right there is called Shikellamy Lookout. One of these times I'm gonna have to go up there. Where you can see the whole, all of Sunbury. You can see pretty much the whole valley. They named it after him. Oh my gosh, there's someone out there. Thank you. Well, I dyed my hair, but then I decided to put some highlights in it. It was drab. It needed the highlights. So, yeah, I ended up, because I have my cosmetology license, I can get stuff. So, lucky for me, I don't have to really go to a salon unless I want to get my hair trimmed or something like that. Hi Jess, how are you? Yeah, if everybody can hit the thumbs up button, I'd appreciate it. I was getting a lot of stuff. Thanks. I feel a lot better. Got some blonde highlights in there. Not the best, but whatever. When you do it yourself, it's not the easiest. Even though I have my license, I can do it. That's just straight out bleach. I didn't even put a toner on it. I was getting some stuff, guys, today that it had to do with, you know, one of my biggest things with talking, and even with being an empath, being super psychic, going through abuse and stuff like that, which is neither here nor there at this point. Learning the boundaries, learning what you'll put up with, setting boundaries, making sure that you don't allow people to cross your boundaries, even though they try like hell. And then they make you feel guilty. Oh, you did? Yeah, well, be prepared. One of the things that was revealed to me is about the covert narcs, because I had talked to somebody about a situation that seems extremely codependent. And if you guys know me, like, every once in a while I'll reach out to somebody from my crew here, just to bounce ideas off of them, or, you know, what do you think about this? What do you think about this behavior? Like, what does this tell you? Like, because my intuition is going off. And I'm losing energy. And I'm setting boundaries, but yet you don't want to be nasty and mean and cruel. You don't want to come across that way. But sometimes when you have to set boundaries with people, remember, boundaries are for you and your own mental health and your own, it's because you don't need other people's energy to generate your own. You can find happiness within yourself. You're not codependent on somebody else to make you feel a certain way. You're content with who you are, and you're just thankful most days to be alive and blessed, knowing that the divine has helped you through so much. And then you have people who are very sneaky, covertly sneaky. And I've noticed, like, in a lot of my relationships, and they love bomb like a motherfucker. Let's just put that out there. You're the best thing to happen since sliced bread. You're the most wonderful thing they've ever encountered. You're the most wonderful person. And then you notice they start trying to take on your aspects. They try to mimic you. They try to pretend they're on your level, when you know frickin' damn well they weren't stuck to a bed for 3 years. You know damn well they ain't taking time to meditate and pray. You know damn well your energy is being depleted when you're around them. And they just go about their life. And then they'll sneakily, covertly study you. Study your actions, study your likes, study your dislikes. And then they'll project that. They like everything you like. Those are red flags. They like everything you like. They start to try and take on your identity. when you know damn well they haven't done even close to the work you've done. I mean, yeah, some people would say, oh, well, you should feel honored that somebody wants to be like you. You're right, Glitch. Most people don't know who they are. It's when they study you, and a lot of times they do it from afar. Hell, I'm positive I've been targeted for well over a year by a certain person. And then they stalk your whole fucking life. Like, you tell them you just want to be friends, and they can't take that for a freaking... Because you're content with who you are now. You're content with where you're seated. You're content with knowing who you are. But see, the thing is most people don't want to go through the work to find out who they are. They just want to steal yours. And that's... They don't want to have to go through the pain. And in a way, I can't say as I blame them. The pain is horrific. But when you come out the other side and you start being able to help other people, and you start being able to be more yourself, you start to get your mojo back. Next thing you know, here comes another one. It's like, oh dear Lord, how do I keep these fucking people away from me? Well, so they all know. I know who they are. You know, like I said, a lot of people are like, oh, well, you should be flattered that somebody wants to be like you. No, I'm flattered when people want to be more themselves. I'm flattered when people want to find their own identity and they do their own work, and I can show them how to do the work, and I can mimic how I've done the work. But don't try and steal my identity. And it's in such sneaky ways. And that's honestly, for the Blue Crew, that's honestly what I want for each and every single one of you. I want you to be able to find the greatness that lies within. Find your God center. Take care of yourself. Get out in nature. Even though I was pretty pissed off about this, and yes, I will report it to the authorities if I ever come over here and see people over here and they leave trash, that I'm going to come over here and clean up then. Because it saddens me every single time I come over here. It's like, how am I missing these people? I come over here and clean it up because it's wrong. Exactly. And the majority of us, at least on my channel, I know the majority of us have done a lot of work in that department of being able to, yeah, nobody likes rejection, obviously, but we've all been rejected one way or another. We had to learn to get over it. We had to learn to be like, all right, well, that wasn't for me, and God closed the door on that. Okay. That wasn't, obviously, God has something better. Rejection is always God's protection. There was something that wasn't right. Or something about it, like that two people just didn't mesh, you know? And a lot of people can't handle rejection. A lot of people can't. They just, somebody rejects them, oh my God, then there's a smear campaign. Yet they were trying to get into your energy and in your bedroom. In your bed. Yeah, that don't work with me. It's like I said, 365-day celibacy challenge. 1 month, I think I'm almost 1 month down. Even though, y'all know, hold on a minute, I haven't been with anybody since last November. My last ex-boyfriend. Well, it would be like October-ish. He was another covert motherfucker. As soon as he got what he wanted, and as soon as I let my wall down, it took a little while, but as soon as I let my wall down, he dipped. That's what they do. And your gut's screaming the whole entire time. And your energy's low when you're around these people. And you're second guessing yourself. Well, this last person, or should I say somebody I've been questioning myself, friendship, this isn't any relationship. Family, friends. Who are you giving your energy to? Who are you hanging out with? Exactly. Well, at one point, empaths, we have to come out of hiding and start shining in the world again. This is one thing that the universe has showed me. How to protect myself. That the universe is going to give me when I feel those just slight pulls on my energy, to pay attention to it. Doesn't make the person necessarily a bad person or a narc. Some people don't even realize that they're doing it. It's just some people have learned their abilities and are very sensitive to energy, that they can tell that that person still has a lot of work to do. Look, for me, unless somebody isn't yanking on my energy and we're pouring into each other equally, and there's that Six of Pentacles, equal give and take on both sides. Pouring good energy into each other instead of sucking life force. And I can usually tell because it's my solar plexus. And my heart will immediately, it's almost like a shield goes up over my heart chakra. And my body legit responds to these people at this point. And some of them know it. I've explained it. People know how I respond. I will pull back energetically and I will cut them off. And it's not that, I'm angry or I'm hateful. It's just, I gotta protect what God has put inside me. It's precious. Source energy is precious. And those people have to find source themselves. They have to go deep within themselves. They can't be stealing an empath or super empath's energy anymore. And we can't allow it. That's why I said boundaries are huge right now. I am so glad I made my chargers for my jewelry. Oh my God. I can tell a huge difference every single doggone day between that, my spiritual baths that I made. It's transforming me. And it's like, okay, Spirit, why in the heck didn't you show me this stuff back when I was like last summer and the summer before that, when I really could have used it? And I was too busy self-loathing to be, poor pity me. That's why. And I wasn't ready for those downloads yet. And it's actually for the people who will be coming into, who will be waking up. It's going to aid them and help them even more. Because I'm telling you, I started making this stuff back in January. And it just expanded. And more ideas. And more product. And more. And ain't nobody got my blend. Nobody. Because there's a special specific blend that I use for my base oil. And then, well, it's getting there. I started with the spring line now. I made some of those yesterday. I'm going to go grab more bottles. And every single one of my bottles, I'm letting you know, they're staged, cleared out with salt water. And then I put, I actually put, I clear them out again with the Palo Santo sticks. Like legit up inside, and then I screw on the top, and until I'm ready to use them, they're all cleared. Like I don't want no negative energy on any of it. And I bet a lot of people don't even think to do that. They might clear them with, you know, whatever, but no, I go all out. You know, and of course there is a warning label. If you don't like God, I had to put it on all my products. If you hate God, don't use these products because you could have a demonic reaction to it. And or the demons will just come out. So, because they're very clearing, and that's what they were created for. To clear and deposit God energy in people. Well, that's why I'm here. That's what I want to be. I want to motivate everybody else to be on their path. Stand up for what's right. Protect your energy. Don't just take the first person that comes and says, you know, that pays you attention. Who cares? I got I got God's attention. So, who can defeat me when I have the divine's protection? Ain't nobody can defeat me. Ain't nobody can get shit past me. God's gonna tell me if somebody's not right for me. And whether or not how they handle it is up to them. They could either accept that and be like, okay, I get it, we could be friends, whatever, no more. Move on to find somebody else if they're a narc or supply. But they ain't getting shit past me no more. So let's just put that out there right now. People are done stealing my energy. Yes, there is a first time for everything. Like I said. Yep, I've worked too hard too. And I'm done having my energy stolen from people, whether it's intentional or unintentional. Well, we all should be showing our true color. All's true colors should be showing through. I told you all this was the year of exposure. Didn't I or did I not? And boy, are people exposing themselves. This girl ain't putting up with shit from anybody anymore. And Bill, I'd rather that you change your name on YouTube, please. Bulldozer was my original name for my fire sign stuff. So I'd really appreciate if you would change your name, because that's the name of one of my products. Find out a different name. It's me standing my boundaries. Like, I get it, it's a cool name. Yeah, I made it up. But please, I'd appreciate if you'd change it. For my fire sign oil. Originality. Be original. And I thank all you guys for being there throughout this whole entire crazy journey of mine. I do. Because it has been nuts. It has been finding out who I truly am and the power that I hold that ain't nobody can duplicate. Ain't nobody gonna duplicate it, because I'm unique. People can try and replicate it, and it won't be the same. Oh, it feels so good being outside. Still not too happy about this garbage here, though. People are just so ignorant. Like, I can't even take it. Like I said, someone had said about bringing over... Exactly. I thought about bringing over, like, a garbage bag. That's right. And everybody has their own... that's what I want for everybody. That's what I want. Whatever other people want, my prayer for everybody on my channel is for them to be healed and find their own unique God part within. And that takes time, it takes healing, and it takes meditation, and it takes you having a divine, it takes you having your own relationship with the Creator. Hearing God say what He says about you, and standing in your power and knowing who you are. That's what... Getting to the mountain, the holy mountain, finding out who you really are. I'm doing the best that I know how. I have God on my side, so like, who can defeat that? Ain't nobody. Satan can try and send his agents. Good luck. You can knock me down, but this Aries don't stay down. Because when I get back up, it's gonna be ugly. So I suggest any overt, covert, malignant, codependent, which is basically, when I talk to somebody about this, they're basically, even codependents are inverted narcissists. Because they're looking to get their needs met by somebody else. We're not about getting our needs met by anybody else but ourselves and the divine. And if the divine is for you, there ain't nobody who can stand against you. When you get in the presence of the Creator with gratitude and for the little, not for the little things. That's where it starts. It's just even the little things. Like, thank you for raising me up out of my bed today. Thank you for giving me the energy to, clean my house. And thank you for giving me the energy to put together some bracelets. And, thank you for giving me the inspiration to help other people. Thank you. Thank you for my children. Thank you for, all the lessons. Boy, and when you get to that part, that's when you start seeing breakthrough, when you can see the good in the harsh, bad lessons, and you don't let it happen ever again. Because God is constantly, my body reacts at this point. My physical body reacts to codependent and energy vampires. It just does. As I see people are getting off of my YouTube. Who's still on here? Because I know that happens on here all the time. There's usually a lot. Dude, I'll get off here and there'll be 38 people. Yep. I've had family members who I've had to cut off, that I've known my whole life. And they go in a cycle. They cycle. And they try to destroy and ruin your life with the smear campaign. Your own family. One of the things that I've had to let go of is the fact that these people are severely disordered and allow God to work with them. Oh yeah. Yep. I severely have been, dude, when I'm around certain people, your energy gets zapped. If you notice that, you need to pull back. You need to put up boundaries. Yeah. You can love people from a distance. There's nothing wrong with that. You need to take care of you. You need to get in the presence and be like, all right, Spirit. And if you're still confused about certain things, you need to, talk to somebody. You need to talk to somebody about what you see happening and get a secondary perspective. Hello? I'm at the sorry. I didn't answer that. That was my kid. She's been down the last few days. Like even with my kids, like I had to boundaries and stuff like that. Sometimes kids can be some of the most disrespectful little cusses that we deal with. And, it's more for their protection, but, especially when they become adults and stuff, they're going to want to do what they want to do. And that's why every time my daughter, she's very independent. She's a triple air sign in her big 3. And then she has Mars and Aries, so she ain't listening to nobody. She ain't listening to nobody. She likes to find out lessons for herself. Yep, she's 18, she'll be 19. She is working, she's doing some of the things that she knows that she needs to do, and I'm very proud of her. She probably shouldn't have graduated on time, but she busted her ass and got all of her classes that she needed to get because she failed a bunch of classes in 10th grade because she just hated it. She hated the school. She hated going. She hated the teachers. She did not like. So then she had a bunch of classes. She did summer school in her 11th to 12th grade year, and she ended up not just graduating, distinguished honor roll. I had to get her out of this area. This area is full of them. Probably why I'm here at this point. This area is extremely toxic. So it's probably, I know that I'm a grid person. I'm trying to turn myself so I'm not getting so much sun on just one side. Sun's up there. See? Blind you. Yesterday I was gonna come out. As soon as I got outside, it started raining again. It's like, so, does any of you guys have any questions? I think my daughter wants to go see my mom here in a little bit. And like I said at one point, I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen here in the next few months. And I know things, like I said, are getting really crazy. It's when you can ground yourself in nature, get in nature, and do what you need to do. I'm grateful you're all here. I'm grateful for every single subscriber that I have on this channel. And I want everybody to succeed. The Pisces reading. Well, I'm going to be doing readings for August. I did all the big months that I felt like I was supposed to do. Take the Aquarius reading as yours. I didn't even do Virgo. So Spirit had actually showed me I got thumbnails too. I'm going to be starting to upload and record for August readings. I'm going to let you guys know something. And that is me being honest. I know I'm good at doing zodiac reading. I have to bring my vibration down. I'm not even kidding. When I go in and I do those, for the zodiac, I'd lose so many people, and I still do anyway. I legit have to bring my vibration down because people don't understand what I'm saying. Because all they want to know is if they're so codependent. A lot of people in there that watch tarot are either empaths looking for answers, or they're codependents, which is an invert narc. So I have, a lot of times, see, here's the thing. Codependents, I think that they're an inverted narc. They're the chronic victim who hasn't been a victim. Pointing the finger, hoping somebody gets their karma. I know all of it. I've been there, done that. But now it's like I don't even want to see people get karma. I want everybody to be happy in this world. However, Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter want to dish out shit. Okay. That's that's not on me. That's on them. That's on their actions. That's on what they did. That's on. So if they're it's like I said, I excel in the light worker and starseed readings. It's because that's the group of folks I'm called to. The zodiac readings, like I said, I have to bring my vibration down because I'm feeling all this frustration a lot of times. And I legit jump into certain, I can feel the energy of people being like, so-and-so coming back. Or so-and-so, I usually can feel the cross watchers. And the hatred. And the stalking. And if you, like I said, I understand when people are watching for their sign. Like their sun sign, their moon, their rising. But when it, and I was guilty of it. I don't cross, dude, I stopped doing it. I don't cross watch for nobody. I could care less. I just want to know what the universe is trying to teach me. And I've gotten away from so many tarot card readers because they lie. They want you what you want to hear, and then guess what? You're still stuck. Instead of healing and moving on and finding somebody more on your own vibration. Excelling. Growth. Nope. They want to stay stuck. And tarot card readers, some of them are more than happy to keep you right there so that you keep on coming back. Instead of telling your ass to move the fuck on. They're fake. They're frauds, they're phonies. But if they're telling you a lot of times, yep, somebody is stalking you, they are, because you're being cross-watched. And it's really hard when you date somebody with your own damn sun sign. Because then it's like, that's why I will never date another Aries ever again. Let's just put it out there. Sorry, Aries. You have any Aries placements? You're out. Because the last time I dated an Aries, I couldn't even watch for my own shit. I had to move to my moon and rising sign. And then, like I said, Spirit has given me a real good glimpse of what it's like to date and how certain signs act. Who are trying to court you or trying to date you. I have one from pretty much, I mean, I really never dated many Tauruses. Really never dated many Tauruses. I do have my Venus in Taurus. But I know I had some female friends who were Tauruses, and man, stubborn. Bitch. Some of that could be real bitchy. But I give them credit. They don't put up with shit either. Geminis? Yeah. Dated a few of those. Never know what you're going to get a lot of times with them. But because my South Node's in Gemini, I always would attract Geminis. And like I could still be kosher and cool with Geminis. It's my South Node. I've already conquered Gemini. I've already conquered that energy of the air magician. I love Geminis though. So like there's a light side and a dark side to every sign. And then Cancer. There's a few people, right, well, There was a Cancer back in like January who was trying to talk to me. So emotional. And there was a recent Cancer. Couldn't take no for an answer. Didn't like boundaries. So that was deuces. Leo. I haven't really dated any Leos. I have family who are Leos, who I love, absolutely adore. You get on the dark side, you find a dark side Leo though, they are the most slimy, grimy motherfuckers. Cheating. Sorry Leos, it's the truth. They're in their dark energy. They want revenge. They are some of the most narcissistic, malignant narcissistic people. Just saying. Thank goodness I know how these energies roll. I'm not saying people shouldn't be confident in themselves, but with them, they're way overconfident. Way overconfident. All right, we move on to Virgo. Virgos like to play dumb. They can gaslight like a motherfucker. And their shit don't ever stink either. They're very OCD a lot of times, and control. And they will they got some kind of magical thing that they can control people. I still say, I tell my mom all the time, she has fairies that help her clean. She has magic fairies that are evoked that work, not to mention she's RH negative. So I know for a fact she's magical. And always has like divine help. So shout out to mama. Like, send your magic fairies to my house and get all the dust bunnies. I could move something, like I said, an inch and she'd know. I used to do it just to test. And of course, I wasn't going to gaslight and say, oh, that wasn't me. No, I'd come out and be laughing and joking around. I'd say, yeah, I moved that. I just wanted to see how long it took you. I wanted to see how long it took you to figure it out. Well, it didn't ever take her. It's like she knew. So some of you Virgos are magical. You know things that are going on. You don't even have to be in the same room. You can feel when a knick-knack is moved just one inch, because it throws off your whole vibe. All right, Libra. Dealt with one of those. Oh, Libra. My female Libras, you're all beautiful. Y'all know it. You got very good taste. Y'all know it. Male Libras, they want to be famous so fucking bad. They will do anything to please anybody. Like I said, the one Libra I dealt with, he would do anything just for a cameo in one of my videos. He was disgusting. It's like desperation much? You're gross. Well, yeah, they can be people pleasing, but actually it's self-pleasing. They do it because they want something in return. They expect it. All right. Scorpios, you evil motherfuckers. Not all of them. Light side Scorpios are beautiful. They understand both dark and light of both sides. They understand to a T what somebody's motives are before you even understand what their motives are. They understand your motives before you understand what your motives are. They can look straight into a person's soul and see all the dirt, all the gook, all the evil parts. However, they also, the dark-sided, will exploit that to their advantage. If they're light-sided, they'll bring up all that shit and then tell you how to. Yep. They'll tell you how to, they actually trigger healing a lot of times with people. To their own detriment a lot of times. They'll take on other people's pain as their own. I know. Scorpios have a way of igniting transformation in people. All right. Sagittarius. Light-sided Sagittarius. Adventurous. Philosophical. Want to know and experience for themselves the higher realms of possibility, the higher realms of the hidden. And a lot of times, like with Sag, they'll do what they need to do, and go where they need to go. No holds barred. They'll find a way. They don't put up, many of them, they have a lot of fire, they have a lot of passion for what they love. You're a Sagicorn. Now the dark side of Sag, they can be some of the biggest energy vampires. Covert. And they can be very sneaky and smooth when they do it. Like, they honestly can make you think you're going crazy. I dealt with this Sag for 5 fucking years. They could be manipulating you with a smile on your face and you don't even realize they're doing it. They're good. Because they're always happy and show that happy side or whatever. And can be some of the most toxic fucking people. But that's, like I said, with any dark sign. All right. Capricorn. I've said this last year. Capricorns are very secretive people. They're not going to tell you half of what they know. They keep a lot of stuff inside. They stuff everything, including their mattresses, with money. They can be very stingy and selfish for the greater good of everybody else, of course. And I'm a Cap Moon, I could say this. I understand that energy. Not to mention I was married to a Capricorn for a long time. I have 2 children, and I have a Capricorn sun. Hard workers. Give them credit there where credit is due. They do work hard. But they can be some of the most selfish, inconsiderate, not giving a shit how you feel about anything motherfuckers on the face of the earth. If it don't suit their pocketbook, which is usually what they care about, money. If it don't suit their pocketbook, you ain't worth their time. They don't like any kind of weakness. My goodness, if you fall off, you're in a car accident and you, well, why aren't you back to work the next day? I would be back to work. Okay. Aquarius. There you go, Aquarius. But I've observed some. And Aquariuses, if they're dark side, they can twist your fucking brain into believing something that's completely false. But they can make it, and they almost make it a reality. And have no problem, because they're so detached. They have no problem doing it. Especially those Aquarius moons. My ex was a Scorpio with an Aquarius rising, so like he made light side of Aquarius. Light side of Aquarius are some of the most creative, inventive helpers. It's really hard to do that. I mean, yeah, sometimes Aquarius is just like, fuck off, like, they don't care. But honestly, they get hurt deeply, but they're not going to show it on the outside. Well, my daughter's an Aquarius, and I saw how deeply affected she was by certain people who had betrayed her. You betray an Aquarius, pretty much signed your death sentence. But they can be some of the most loyal people you'll ever find. They can help you. They bring other aspects that you might not even be able to see to the forefront and be like, well, what do you think about this? And you're like, I never even thought of that. That's a good idea. They're extremely intelligent. Pisces. About ready to go in on Pisces. And I have a very soft spot for Pisces. I always did, but sometimes I have to yell at Pisces. Because Pisces, my daughter's genius, like I said. But she don't take no shit either. And I taught her that. That was one thing that I could say I taught all my kids. Because the way I was brought up, it was, if you're being bullied, go tell somebody. Don't fight back. Turn the other cheek. Okay. I was primed to be a victim. I was primed and primed to be abused instead of learning how to stick up for myself. So, Pisces. A lot of Pisces, they see things, they hear things, they know things, and they feel it very intently. However, getting them to take action is like pulling this back fucking tooth that took 15 fucking minutes. As the dentist is basically standing up over top of me, yanking this tooth, getting them to move, or getting... No, there was a Pisces dude back in January. He had an Aries moon. He was dealing with the Leo. What is it with Leos and fucking Pisces? I don't understand that. But there's a lot of Leos I know that were dealing with Pisces. Or a lot of Pisces dealing with Leos. Got really hurt. Supposedly. Perpetual victim. Probably another narcissist. Seems like that's who I'm fucking... prone to, or who comes near me. And of course a love bomb. Covertly. I'm afraid I'm really gonna start liking you and da 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 da. Yeah. And then a ghost. They're good at going poof. Especially when you need them the most. Now, one of the dark sides of Pisces is their escapism. Some of them have a big time escapism mentality. My Capricorn sun is a Pisces rising. And then he has a cat moon. So he's extremely psychic. He knows, dude, stock market. Well, this dude, he had weird fetishes. Like, wasn't anybody I slept with. We were just talking, hanging out. I've known this guy for a long time. And, heaven forbid you showed any interest, because then he got freaked out and would run like a little bitch. When they have to take action. When you give them an ultimatum, they don't like ultimatums. Do you, Pisces? You don't like having to make that decision and be like okay with the ramifications of that decision that you've just made. Because if something turns out that something goes wrong, they internalize it as it's all their fault. My granddaddy was a Pisces. Okay? My granddaddy has been with me. And in the sidereal astrology, I'm a Pisces. So, I don't like confrontation. I don't. Like, that's not, like, my biggest thing. I would much rather everybody just be happy-go-lucky and live their magical life, and we all grow together, and kumbaya. That's, and it goes exactly against my air, like, in the tropical with my Aries. But I can be either or. There's a lot of my intuition. Mercury and Pisces. I have Lilith in Pisces. So I know the dark side of Pisces. I have a grand mutable cross in the sidereal. I have a grand cardinal cross in tropical. So I prefer going with my tropical chart because it makes more sense to me. But then again, how man said I'm a Pisces. Do I do chart readings? No, but I can look at a chart and pretty much tell the energy from it. I can look at it and tell somebody's bents, and I can look at the placement. But actually, there's somebody on my channel that is amazing when it comes to knowing about Vedic and sidereal astrology. So I'm really hoping that she starts a channel. She's kind of been waiting. She's very much into doing metaphysical healing as well. She has an extraordinary gift. She's not on here this time. OG Warrior, I think it is now. She was a so um, she's one. She usually can, dude, her and I are so connected. She's an Aquarius too. I have Mars in Aquarius. Her and I are so connected that if I'm having a really, really, really bad day and I'm not on here or I'm not talking, she usually will text me or call me and be like, what's going on with you? Like, how in the hell do you know this? She usually can tell. I'm like, well, I've been kind of going back. She's like, stop, you know. And there's times where I sulk, man. I hate my chart. I hate having this Grand Cardinal Cross. I hate having to trigger people. I hate having, you know, I hate. And the more, it's like Glitch had said on it, the more you resist, it persists. Well, I will resist narcissist. I will resist covert motherfuckers. Sorry, I just will. I was put on this earth to expose people and help heal others who are doing the work. Not somebody who claims to do the work. Not somebody who pretends like they're at my level. Not even close. I've done the work. And it's not even close to done. This is just the beginning. There's so much more. There's so much more. You're not spending time in meditation talking to the divine. Yeah, there's certain times where I had to go to see a shaman because I was just such an open, and he saw it from the first time, our first encounter when I went to one of our fire ceremonies. He was pretty astounded by how much I knew intuitively. And then when he said, Lee, you can let good energy in. He said, and if you don't spin those bands, anything can come in. He said, because you're such a vortex of energy and people are sucked into it. Good, bad, and ugly. Like, you're a magnet. And I didn't really understand it. And so he put those bands of protection around me. So I went to him again after, because I wanted to be able to make sure that I was on the right path. I wanted to make sure that if there was any negative attachments, that they got released. And I had to go to him again when I was dating that Capricorn for a couple weeks, because it was like, dated that motherfucker for only 3 weeks, and he got in my head. Can't let that happen. Thank God. I expose these people, and they usually don't persist. They usually run like the little bitches that they are. Oh my God, it was... And anytime I would go, man, I'm telling you, I would feel so much better. And now his rates have increased. They doubled. Like, it's extremely expensive for me to go at this point. I don't have the money to. I really should go for another clearing, but I'm just been like, you want to know what, universe? I'm going to do my own healing. I can heal myself at this point. I can go to the mountain and enjoy my own relationship with the divine. Divine is the one with all power anyway, and I'm connected, so. And that's where we have the power. We had the power all along. Yeah, sometimes we do need assistance, and we do need help, and we need a boost. And that's why I'm here for a lot of people. Like, it's weird because, hi Ruby, someone had said about the way like the way I express my anointing or my power is through especially with healing. Go figure, this person had no clue that I work with, and this was like a year ago, had no clue that I worked with stones, had no clue that I worked with any kind of crystals. But this person basically said I was a healing stone. People come to me for healing, and it makes sense because I make their energy feel so much better. And then I take, with me being a vortex, I take on their negative energy and I transmute it. They get my positive and I take on their negative. Well, like, I don't want to take on anybody's negative. They got to deal with their own damn negative. You know, I don't mind if they're willing to do the work and they come. That's how I know if somebody's serious. They will come to me and realize that my services are precious, and they'll actually want to get free and pay the money. Because technically, what I do, I should be asking a lot more money for. My services are way underpriced for what I do. And like I said, then I have all kinds of stuff that I've made, that I've anointed, that have been in anointing oil, been to the ocean. Now my newer ones, like some of my newer ones haven't, but they've gone through all these eclipses. They've gone through, I still have ocean water, so I clear them all, put them out, soak them in my holy oil, and they're done. So they're all programmed. Now they can be reprogrammed, but when I sell my stuff, they're programmed. Extremely sacred. And I live on Native American territory. So there is the medicine, shamanism that comes right along with them too. And they're extremely powerful. So that's one of the things, like with my bracelet charger, I'm like, this is a very strange invention. And when I was starting to get the downloads for all of this stuff, it was like, how's this gonna work? And I talked to my dad, who's an electrician. And then I was studying up on some of the stuff with the crystals and Lumerian stuff and Organite and how all that works. And then I understood how it works. And it's like, holy moly. Well, okay then. And then, like, the universe even showed me an extra way to give it a booster jump, even between full moon and new moon, for real quick clearing. So I added lights. So it gives it a real quick charge. You could put it in the window and give it solar charge. Cleared. Oh yeah? This got my copy of Spirit Hacking. Yeah, and the thing is it's like, all right, I've never saw anything like this before. I've never saw anybody make something like this. And the universe is like, it needs patent. You need to patent your idea. There's a sink. Yep, don't forget. These fucking people think you don't know. Like I said, steal your identity, steal your ideas, and then discard you for the next best thing. Target. Study you. Dude, what was the name of that movie? Was it Single White Female? The chick who freaking had their roommate who ended up starting to do everything exactly like her roommate, colored her hair like her roommate, and all of that other stuff. Think about it. That's what these people are. I'm always okay. I couldn't be better, honestly. I'm loving my life. Spending time at the river. I do have this pimple that's bothering me, but whatever. Pete got a hold of me again about doing a, I gave him my stuff for Skype, so it'll be through his channel on Skype. I don't know when it's going to be though. It's hot as all get out. Tomorrow it's supposed to be like 93, and I am going up to the mountains, so I'm probably going to do readings up there. At least record. I'm going to do some recordings up there. As many readings as I can get out in the woods. And that's what we shall do. They'll be the monthly. I won't be able to upload them up there, but I can at least clear all of my phone stuff, my data, and because there is no internet up there. It's like there's nothing up there. I'm having a wonderful day, Audrey. Yes, I am. I'm actually in my swimsuit. I was over at the river for a little bit. Um, Today was Self-Love Friday. I decided to throw some highlights in my hair. And I actually did my hair. My daughter's here. I've been on here for, well, it's saying, dude, I'm not even kidding. What does it say how long this has been going on your guys' end? Because it just jumped back to 39 minutes and it was like at 50 something. So there's something that got cut out of this. And obviously, you know, this isn't going to completely be. She said, hi. And it's at 39 again. This is weird. Strange things happening. I guess other people are having some interesting things happening with their phones too. But yeah, I got this zit here that's really bothering me. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah, so you guys, next week, I'm going to be doing recordings. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing, so by next week I'm going to start uploading August readings. Aries will be first. So, yeah, it does that. Actually, the time keeps jumping back. It was like at 55 minutes I've had this thing going. Now it's like at 40 minutes. So there's like 15 minutes that it's showing that isn't on here. And I just noticed like it jumped back. It's so weird what's been going on. People are getting kicked off like a mofo. Either way, are you guys seeing any crazy manifestations? Did you guys all get a blade and do any sacred ritual, anything with it? Are you guys seeing things happening in the spirit? Are you guys still transmuting and having dreams? Yeah, I don't have any. I have selenite sticks. Um, I have a ton of obsidian. I have all kinds of necklaces. This is blue, and this out of the lot that I got, because I get them raw. Um, I have um, I have fluorite, obviously. I've had those for a while. I have fluorite. I have rose quartz. I have citrine, and I have amethyst necklaces. And I have obsidian in there. A lot of those I use with my jewelry stuff, my chargers, and with my lamps that I make. Nice. Congratulations. They're not on Etsy yet, but they will be. Um, they will be. Yeah, I would have loved to have grown some sage. It didn't make it. So I'm gonna actually get a hold of the lady who I got all the sage from last year. It just grows natural out there. She has tons of it, and I'm gonna see if she'll let me go out and cut some. And she has white sage. So I still have some of it left from a year ago. She gave me a bunch of bunches of it, and I can actually probably sell it if I can get enough. So I'm gonna see if she would mind if I go out there and get some. Um, yeah, I mean, if you guys want to see some of this, like I said, then I have all the baths that I make, and I'm going to be making body butter. Once I can replenish my money and make some of my money back, I want to make body butter. That way you guys can use that after your bath for an extra layer of protection. I mean, I do have the spray mist and stuff that you can get, but so yeah. Um, I have certain sets. Um, with these baths, some people who are just awakening, and then I have an advanced set for people who have awakened, and um, yeah, well, this will have pure shea and another kind of I wrote everything down. Um, and the base, like I said, all of the base of all of my stuff has a healing anointing oil that is a biblical. Um, it came right out of the high priest biblical. That's the base of every single one of my baths, every single one of my oils that I sell, which are for protection. Some of them are for prosperity. Some of them are for enhancing your gifts. Some of them are for uh, if you have to make quick decisions. Um, there, I have ones for air signs. I have one for water signs. I have one for fire signs. I have one for earth signs. And then I have specialty oils. And then I have the little amethyst. Like, I got a ton of stuff. Plus, I have a bunch of decks that I'm going to be putting in my store. I have a grounding mat because I got an extra one. I have a grounding mat that I'm going to be putting in my store, and I only have one of those. And I have tarot, like I said, tarot and oracle decks I'm going to be putting in there that I don't use. I used at one point. I no longer use them. I retired them. So I have clocks that each time on the clock has specific crystals. Like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. They all have specific crystals that mean certain things at that time. So I have that as well. I also have my orgonite lamps that I'm telling you, they work like a sucker, especially if you have plants. Those plants grow like crazy. My plants have been growing. The plant up in my bedroom, it wasn't even reaching, it was like halfway down my window. Now it's like wrapping around everything. I'm gonna have to trim them all back. And the one that I did trim here in the kitchen is all the way down to the floor again. And I'm like, how? Because of the life force of all my crystals are in this front room. They're this front room. Look, I gotta show you. Look, it's all windows. It's all windows. Like you legit can see, it's all windows. So it's like it's getting all the moonlight and all the sunlight because the moon is usually up over there, right in my window. Sun comes up over there. And I have all my baths and stuff like that all right there. And I have a lot of my stuff always sitting there, so it's always getting charged. Stuff up in my room, dude, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And I have some sun. Look, I got some tea going. I have sun tea going. Hang on a minute. My mom and dad come up here and they think I'm just crazy. Not really. They love me. What do you mean back already? You guys weren't over at the river, were you, lately? There's a bunch of freaking water bottles just laying over there and a bunch of trash I'm gonna have to go pick up. Pisses me off. People just don't give a shit. Look. See? I've been starting to put the crystals on where they belong. There's my bracelet chargers, which I actually have made some new pieces. I have them on there. That's my new set of baths. Here's my other, look at this. I'm telling you, I can't. And then I have sage spray. And then here's my oils. And then these are the extra little oils that I have. And that's all my stuff that I use to make them. There's my lamps. I sold 2 of the small ones. And a big one, 2 big ones, and 2 small ones so far. And then I have only, like I said, they're all limited. I only have 4. And I'm actually, these were like lamp, this was lamp number 1. Well, working hard. Yeah, somewhat. Here we go. See? There's a rose quartz. And these are a lot of the bracelets that I need to take pictures and put them on. So, Yeah. Store's coming along. I can't wait to get it up and going.
Yeah, but he actually doesn't look bad right now. Not like he did before.
So you got one of my chakra bracelets already? And how's it worked for you? Was it good and protective? I'm kind of very shy to a lot of. I've had so many ideas stolen, and I mean, obviously, I know that. Obviously, I know that that my anointing can't be replicated. However, people have stolen ideas of mine recently. So I'm real protective when it comes to good. Well, I'm telling you, well, the one thing that freaks me out, like I said, I got to get that patent because I'll be damned if somebody steals my idea as far as for my bracelet chargers. For a positive, from a negative to, like, when you wear these, positive. And then you put it on the charger. You can either let it sit on there for overnight, or you can flip on the battery and it boosts it, and then it clears stuff in like 5 to 10 minutes, and you can feel it. It's like, ooh, that feels a lot better. That's why, like, yeah, I get it. Like some of these narcs love and or want to do you, be like you. Well, I'm gonna be uploading on Etsy. I will let everybody know, and you can order through there. Blue Flame Boutique. I haven't uploaded the stuff yet, so that's gonna be something that I work on. I think I have enough stuff now. I You could either buy the baths individually. I suggest that you don't do that though. I suggest you get them in a set. Um, because it'll help through like the main stages of, especially if you were dealing with energy vampires and stuff like that. That's like the main stage of getting you clear, and then the other ones coming in are deposits. And everybody, I suggest, get one of my anointing oils. I'm telling you, since I've had them, dude, I'm not even joking. I was told to make those oils at the beginning of January. And what happened this January? What happened? By the end of January, what were we hearing about? Coronavirus. Spirit works in funny ways. Good luck. Like, they all have their own, yeah, they all have their own, I put gemstones in with them too. They all have their own anointed gemstones that are charged. And when I get my site up, I have everything written down. That's probably the product specs have been the hardest part, because there's so much about each one of those products of what Spirit told me they're supposed to do, and the intention I had to legit spiritually put into them as I'm making them. And that's why I can't deal with narcs. I can't deal with people taking my attention away from mission, because I can't be polluted with other people's issues. And no offense to them, like, I can't help it. I don't got time to be fucking with people. Here, selenite y'all too. But yeah, when I get this, I want y'all to hold me to this. I need held accountable, because I'm an Aries. You guys know that I can go running. If you're not friends with me on Facebook, I need you all to hold me accountable that next week that I get my store going. Okay? And you can get mad at me if I don't do it. Okay? I do have this, but like it helps when I know that I'm people. Honestly, this stuff isn't really technically even for me. It's for the collective. So the longer I'm holding back, it's my fault. That you guys can't get some of this stuff because it's my fault, because I'm not putting it out there for people to buy and get. And honestly, I'm not asking for a whole lot, much more than really. Dude, I've probably dumped $800 into all of my stuff. So I'm like way in the hole, at least, to start this store. And I'm just sitting on it. Why? Well, universe did tell me one reason why. Because Etsy was one of those stores who was also caught with human trafficking stuff. And now that they're caught and exposed, he didn't want those holy products on there while they're still doing that. And once I put them on there, there's going to be more exposure. Etsy was one of them. And I was like, no wonder I didn't upload my stuff. Well, now they're exposed. My bracelet chargers, I'm not putting on the site. Because until I have it patented. That's something I'm not selling right yet until I have a patent. Because somebody will steal that idea. They'll get it, they'll rip it apart, and they'll steal the idea. Because it's freaking awesome and it's powerful. And I've already saw people steal my oil idea. So, I refuse to let somebody get one of my bracelet chargers, rip it apart, and then they start with a bigger platform, and they start selling it, making it and selling it. And it was my idea. Blue flame. This is her idea. Remember this. Those I will be selling for, I was wondering. I'm not sure yet. Because they're, you wear bracelets every day. You wear protective jewelry every day. We can't be waiting once a month to clear our stuff. We need it cleared daily. And that's what Spirit was showing me, and that's why Spirit gave me that. There's a lot that went into it. A lot of tweaking and a lot of extra ideas. And every single way that it's made, it's like, well, just, it makes sense. Like, a lot of people are like, I don't see how that, well, it works. Trust it. That's what I mean. I'm not even having to do that anymore. I will use, lately I've been using more of the spring water. Sometimes I will use the salt water, the ocean water baths that I have. And I'm clear. And then I get my jewelry and it's already cleared. So my whole energy is cleared. Download Central. But, all right, I'm going to have to get off of here because my battery's running low. And it's saying low battery. So, also, one other thing quick. Be, praying for your girl. Like I said, I have a couple collabs I'm going to be doing. Well, I have one collab that I'm supposed to be doing. Still hasn't happened yet. But I get it. Like, people get busy. And then, sometimes it just doesn't work out. And there's another collab that was mentioned with somebody who I absolutely adore. Wasn't my idea. That I'm like, well, I gotta ask Saturn first. I gotta take it to the universe and see if, I mean, great opportunity. But I want to make sure that it's a part of the plan. So, I mean, most people would be like, well, hell yeah, I definitely want to do that. But the universe has taught me, as being a manifesting generator, to take a step back and see, you know, does it feel right? Does it feel, you know, will it be beneficial to everybody involved? Could it create, you know, like, create hard feelings or something or another? Are you mature enough? So that's sort of one of the things that I've been stepping back and asking for myself. So I think I'm getting there. And like, I don't just trust other people for, like, I definitely want to kick things by other people, but it's definitely make sure that there's no ulterior motives, make sure that it's for the good of the collective, and fully bringing my gifts into the spotlight. Like, you guys see it, but you guys also know that I'm heavily censored too. Heavily censored. So be it. I think that even that is for my protection. Even that is for my protection. And those who have censored or have done things, my reward's going to be so much greater when Saturn figures all this out. So I pity anybody who hurt me. Because I know what I went through if I hurt somebody. I pity anybody who hurt me. They're all getting nailed. And I feel bad. Not that I should, but I do. Like I want everybody to be happy and healed and whole. That's it. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, everybody. I love you guys. Um, yeah. So, this weekend it's going to be me and Mountain, and I'm probably gonna pull some tarot cards. Yes, you as well. Um, I could, like I said, I'm gonna start doing the monthlies for August. Then, like I said, it's gonna be a different. I'm gonna be outside. It's gonna be a different setting. Um, I'm gonna go up to the mountain and spend some time up there, and I'm sure I'll be watched and stared at like, what the hell is this lady doing? Pulling some cards. Um, taking my sword with me. Could get in trouble for that because it's a big ass sword. But it's not to hurt anybody. It's obviously we all know this. It's for, you know, ceremonial things and not to kill anything because I don't do that. And you guys could see me on and off this weekend. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If I do, like I said, I know this weekend I'm busy. So the collab might not be till next week now with the other person. When it comes to the other one that I was asked to do, I have yet to give, I need to know details, and I have yet to give a straight yes or no. And it's not that because normally I want to jump on it. I just need to make sure it's the right time, and I need to know details. I don't want to go into something blind. Either way, I'm gonna let y'all go. Like I said, I got my phone plugged in now, and it's a pain in the ass. So, I love you guys. Take care. Have a wonderful, beautiful weekend, you beautiful people of the world. And get outside, get yourself into nature, go up, find a mountain, go hang out with God, talk to God. Okay? I love you. Bye.